Welcome to Self-Critic Reviews, and today Self-Critic is gonna review Bang! Conway the Machine's new song with Eminem. What do I think of these artists? I have no idea who Conway the Machine is. Apparently he's some new dude signed to Shady Records. Why? And as you all know, I'm a fan of Eminem.
If you had one shot.
These are self-critic reviews and television and news. If this ain't your favorite artist, well, you're not getting amused. This is self-critic reviews.
Is this gonna get the recluse? So when it vids on YouTube, yet he is getting no views.
If you want some unbiased opinions, an analytic mind is worth billions. Yet he has been hiding his brilliance underneath this stifling diffidence. And if you don't like his opinions, go look for like-minded civilians to whine in the comment section and slap a dislike on his videos.
Conway the Machine's verse is pretty terrible. He's probably slightly better than Boogie, based on what I've heard by them, their features with them. It's no fun disseminating a rapper who's obviously terrible, so I don't think I'll even waste my time on him. We all know the reason why I even made this video. Eminem. Overall, I think his verse is not too bad. Infinitely better than the calamity of Ed Sheeran's feature, but still leaves a few things to be desired. An interesting detail to note is that as soon as Eminem's verse starts, the beat changes. And what's interesting is not the change itself, but the fact that he removed the exact synthesizer, making the instrumental futuristic and cool. And it makes me wonder why. Was it uncomfortable to rap over that synth? Did Eminem's voice mesh poorly with it? Minimalistic beats tend to be better for emphasizing flows than grimy instrumentals with cutting high-frequency, high-pitched synths, like in the first half of the track. But if this decision was made to emphasize Eminem's flow, then there kinda was no reason to do so, because his flow was below his standards. Still at least decent with occasional brilliance, but no need to sacrifice the beat for it. But I guess Eminem knows better. The beginning of the verse was underwhelming, both in terms of lyrics and the flow. Used to dream one day I'd be fucking pink like a flamingo. Yeah, this line is terrible, precisely because it's a double entendre, and a weak one at that. I really cannot understand why Eminem has to make every bar a corny punchline. Is there not enough things to talk about, or what? Because the next lines are more or less storytelling about his beef back in the day, and when there were no forced punches, the rapping was awesome. What happened to good old-fashioned storytelling without relying on double entendre? Is this how every single song is gonna be now?
That was back when I smoked cannabis. Man, but it was tough cause I was a fan of his.
I mean, I don't mind the wordplay. And in this particular instance, I applaud the idea. But the fact that he does this wordplay so often is detrimental to the perception of the lyrics. It makes them sound more robotic, forced and soulless. Seems to me Eminem really forgot how to rap without relying on them. Yeah, you could say it's more difficult to write it this way. But no, not really. You just put a limiter on your creativity. Just compare the aforementioned lines to this.
Looking back on my feuds, how me and Ja Rule almost got cool cause we shot pool back in 01, was it 02? I don't know, but something told me fucking not to.
Zero punchlines, yet great lines. His reminiscing, almost talking to himself, self-reflecting, having a conversation trying to put things together, revealing the fact that Ja and Eminem hung out together in good spirit. I, for one, did not know that they played pool together. And it's a nice detail to share and way more effective than the idiotic punchlines that ruin lyrics. The singing part afterwards?
Yeah, but I think of the rappers I slayed and buried like every night. In every career I might have killed. Sometimes I say a prayer and I wonder is there a heaven for a G? And if so is the sanctuary nice? Studios for rap like Julio, shooting craps at gangsters paradise.
Sounds awesome. I've told you before that Eminem's voice took a huge hit, and this section proves my point. He either sounds off-key or just unpleasant in general. But since the structure is cool and melodic, the overall result is terrific. Shooting craps at gangster's paradise. If this was the only wordplay in the song, it'd have a nice impact. But yeah, pair of dice, paradise, shooting craps. Okay, fine, not the worst thing in the world. I do have to admit that I'm not a fan of the subsequent triplet flow he's using for the next 8 bars or so. He says not to compare him to Milli Vanilli hip-hop. First off, nobody does that. Secondly, if he wants the comparisons to stop, then he should stop using the trap flow tricks by inserting this new idiotic ad-lib of his, yaw, and overusing the triplet flow the way trap rappers use them. You want the comparisons to stop? Be yourself. Compare me to lightning. That similarity is striking. That's a bit lame. In my opinion, this line would have been good if that similarity striking didn't sound forced. If that sentence actually had a life of its own. And this particular line can only have a life of its own if the previous line is an unpopular opinion. But comparing Eminem to lightning is not surprising in the least. Now, if he said, "Compare me to God NL," this line would have been amazing on multiple levels. But I doubt Eminem even knows what One Piece is and that God NL's character was based on him. As soon as the triplet flow stops, Eminem switches to a more traditional and familiar double time pattern. Get the strap like a training bra. You cannot be serious, Eminem. Don't even make me mention the randomness you rapped before this. Also quite dumb. This, however,
Y'all looking at the charred remains of Charlemagne God.
is awesome. Looking at the charred remains of Charlemagne the God. Really funny and poetically written. And even if you can make a case that Eminem sounds salty mentioning this irrelevant person's name, the lyrics are still hilarious and in good spirit. Okay, I guess that's it for my analysis. Pretty weak song and a decent feature. Just yesterday I was telling my friend that Eminem is not gonna release anything new for a while. Yeah, looks like my statement aged really well. Thanks for watching.